In a world permeated with barbecue websites under the control of tyrannical administrators, there was one man, a one-man army. He broke all the rules. He allowed his members to speak out, give their opinions, and make the website what it is today. Get ready for Greg Rempe and the Barbecue Central Show.
Live from Cleveland, Ohio, it's the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. I'm Greg Rempe. A very good Tuesday evening to you. Wherever you may be, happy to have you aboard. Our show is jammed tonight, so let's go ahead and get right after it. If you don't need any setup and you might want to jump in on tonight's show, you can go ahead and do that by dialing 216-220-0966. You can also shoot me an email at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. You can always keep up with all things important in the world of barbecue and grilling by going to the website, thebarbecuecentral.com, and certainly we'll get more into that as the show progresses. We do have a first segment interview, and we are locked and loaded for that one. I'm going to be talking with Danielle Dymovsky, pitmaster of DivaQ's barbecue competition cooking team. Danielle, thanks for joining me tonight. How are you?
Good. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Danielle, go ahead and let's go ahead and mention your sponsors right off the bat, because I'm sure they're listening and they want to hear their names all over internet radio. So go ahead and break them down for us.
I'm very blessed. I'm sponsored corporately by Traeger Canada. I do use Traeger grills. I have a full meat sponsorship, which I am thrilled about, by Hovey's Gourmet Meats. My best advice to anybody out there for looking for a great charcoal is to use my sponsor's charcoal, which is Basque's all-natural hardwood charcoal made with sugar maple trees. It is the best out there and the lowest moisture content of about 3%. I'm also sponsored by Alcan Foil. The best in the business, is the most durable. And also the Better Bitters Brewing Company, which is Nickelbrook beer, and we use that actually to foil our butts and our ribs, and then they make a wonderful apple beer.
So not only are you a competition cook, but you're also a pretty good pitch woman.
Apparently so. They're pretty happy with me.
So tying into an ongoing topic of conversation we've been having on the show here for the past few weeks, if you didn't have these sponsors, would you be doing the same amount of competitions, or would you be doing the same amount of planned competitions that you're going to be doing this year with the continuing rise in gas prices?
Absolutely. It wouldn't stop me. I don't think anything could stop me. Barbecue is an absolute, positively, to my core, passion, and I'd find some way to make it work. It's hard for us in Canada. We have very few competitions, so we tend to travel more than most people. Just a competition a couple of weeks ago we had was Ottawa. It was 7 hours away from me. That's in my own province, and that's still quite the length for traveling. We're looking at competitions as far south this year coming up as Illinois. We're thinking about doing Florida, and we'll be driving over them all. So I think that you will always find a way to make it work depending on your level of passion. And I think I'd just leave it at that. And, if I could afford to do them all, I probably would. So given the fewer amount of competitions that you have to attend in Canada, has anybody talked about not attending as many as they have because of the raise in fuel prices in the Canadian versus the U.S. side, or is that just something that really isn't brought up as much as it is here down the States? I don't think it's brought up in here as much, for one sole reason is that in the Ontario Series this year alone, we got reduced a couple of competitions due to some unfortunate circumstances I don't want to get into. Nonetheless, we ended up only having 3 Ontario Series competitions. And what that means is that you have to compete in all 3 to qualify or have an opportunity to get the invite to the Jack. So for us, it's mandatory. it's got to happen. So it doesn't matter. They could put it in, 10 hours away, and we're still going to drive because we need that as part of our cumulative score total. So I don't think it has as much impact up here as it probably does down there, although we don't have the competition. Like, you can go in the States, I mean, every weekend, in so many states down there that you have so many opportunities for more competitions. So you can go to Virginia, you can go to North Carolina, you can go to New York, you can go to Michigan, whereas we can go to Ontario to compete in 3 and then travel everywhere else for everyone else. So it's not as much prevalent up here, I don't think.
Well, considering the guy I talked to last week who lives in Kansas City said he had about 60 or 70 he was going to go to, and they're all within 2-hour driving distance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that would be a dream location for me, but I like my house.
So, Danielle, how do you get into competitive barbecue?
I got in actually after judging. A couple of years back, one of the forum members and I, Molson, actually, which is Jim from Simcoe County Smokers, and we've been chatting online actually about it and saying he was all excited he was going to go judge this barbecue contest, which happened to be the Canadian Open, which is very prestigious up here, and it's separate from the Ontario Series as it is an entry to the Jack as well. And I said to him, funny enough, I'm going to get to judge this as well. So we judged, both of us, and that was it. Both of us actually were hooked, not just myself, but him as well. After tasting what real ribs taste like and real pork and real brisket and real chicken is supposed to taste like, that was it for me. I was a foodie before, but certainly that just took it to a whole other level, and that's when I got involved.
Do you consider competition barbecue a sport?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why do you consider it a sport?
I think because it takes so many things. It takes endurance, by far endurance, to go that long without sleep. I'm definitely one of those people that goes and I get usually between 2 and 3 hours of sleep on Friday night only, between 1:30 and 4:30. I'm very rigid and scheduled in regards to that. That takes endurance, certainly preparation time. In my case, and I know a lot of people do this, we practice constantly, so you're always trying to raise the bar, whether it be with your box presentation, even with something simple like your site layout, what works ergonomically the best for everyone. There are so many other factors, like physical endurance is a big one, though. You have to be able to stay up and keep your meat on track and your boxes on track and everything else. So, yes, it's absolutely a sport. If they can consider golf a sport, barbecuing certainly can be, too.
Now, it's no secret that you're a lady amongst a mostly male-dominated sport. Do you feel like you need to work harder to gain the respect of your male peers?
Yes, for the most part. There are some guys that have accepted me right from the get-go. Jim Molson would be one of those guys who said, you know what, there's no reason why you can't. And yet I've had the exact opposite and had people that will remain nameless, because I don't think that's right to give their names out, but and say, yeah, good luck to you. You're just a housewife, basically. And I think they've been kind of shocked this year, and I think they were shocked last year. You know what? I am very driven and very determined, as are a lot of the other female pit masters out there. Carrie C, certainly one of them. Adrian Ross for Smoking in the Eagle is another one. Karen Putnam is another one. The chicks, of course, the chicks are huge.
Of course.
So I think you do. I think we have to be more driven, because for me, it is really important, and I know these ladies feel the same way.
So you're on quite a roll this year. 2 comps down, 2 grand champion notches on the belt. What do you?
Yeah.
What do you attribute your success to?
Practice, voracious practice. I practice always. Even the 4 or 5 days I had in between these 2 competitions, the GC from Ottawa and the GC from the Canadian Pork Championships, I wasn't happy with my pork score, which I came in 7th. And I wasn't happy about it. I took a 5th in that, and I wasn't happy about it. So the week in between, even though I had just gotten a GC, I still practiced pork butt in between, because my whole goal is to constantly improve. And I mean, it's hard because, you always have that unending factor of judges who you have no clue what they want half the time, and you try to do the best you can, and you try to make it as presentable. But I think it's just, I'm going to definitely keep it to practice. The other thing is that I have an incredible team. I cannot state this enough, and I've put it on the forums out there. Having a really solid team that everybody knows their jobs and they work cohesively together, and that team is made up of my husband, Vlado, who is awesome, my girlfriend, Louisa, who just keeps my kitchen immaculate, makes sure I'm on schedule. She's my schedule master. and her husband, John, who is in charge of lettuce and procurement of other things because he's a truck driver in the States, so he gets me whatever I want.
Right.
Having those people on my team is a huge part of my success. Last year was our first, partial year. This is our first full year working together. And just from the first comp, we could tell things were different this year. Things were running so smoothly. We were sitting around at one point during the night going, we have nothing else to do. Like, there's nothing to prep. There's nothing the site was, immaculate. Everything was cleaned up. Everything was well organized. So I think certainly that's a huge part of it as well. So the practice is one part. Voracious reading of every barbecue forum out there, every little barbecue blog I can get my hands on, every barbecue picture, book, you name it, I'm out there reading it, taking a class for it, looking at it, seeing what doesn't work, coming back, also applying this to Canadian barbecue scene. And I think that's a big part of it.
So, since you're competing mainly in Canada, now I know you do make it down in the States for some competitions as well. Looking at Canada separate, looking at the States separately, is there a discrepancy in talent between the Canadian teams and the States teams, or is it just a border separating the two regions and teams are pretty much the same as far as competition is concerned?
I think that due to the fact that the Americans have more opportunities to go to competitions, they may have a bit of an edge there. However, having said that, when you have only a few competitions to be part of, you make them the best you possibly can. We have people like Mike Kraslovsky, who is from Dizzy Pig originally, Adrian Ross and Aaron and Rambo, who have all been part of big American teams as well. There is some really significant talent up here. Flying fellows from here, the international Jack champions 2 years in a row. I mean, they've been to Jack 10 times. So I don't think we're lacking in talent. I think maybe what we're lacking is maybe opportunities to show off our talent.
Couple of quick questions before we run out of time here. Everybody wants to know, brisket fat side up or fat side down?
Fat side down, don't touch it.
Bruce B from the forum wants to know what's your issue with golf. When you can hit a brisket 300 yards, then she can bitch about golf.
Actually, I like golf too. I have my own golf clubs.
Where can people go to find out more information about the Diva Q barbecue competition cooking team?
Oh, please go to www.divaq.ca. And also certainly check out any of the Canadian Barbecue Association website. Americans do come up here. Pork in the North came up here last week and got a call. So we invite everyone in the States, certainly, come on up. See what we're like up here. We run great competitions, and we're extremely passionate about our Q.
Danielle, I'm having a brain cramp. Danielle Dimovsky is the pit master of Diva Q competition barbecue team in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Danielle, thanks for taking time out to talk to me tonight, and continued success.
Thanks very much.
Take care. Danielle Dimovsky, pitmaster of Diva Q. Man, I'm going to get smacked around for getting the last name there. How unprofessional. Don't forget to stay tuned. Next segment, we have an interview with Harry DeHorse, who will be wrapping up the Triple Crown horse race. The Belmont took place last week, or just this past Saturday, and as we all know, Big Brown came up a little shy of completing the Triple Crown, so we'll talk to him about that. And then, of course, segment 3, Know Your Q, for your chance to win a 3-pack of D-Dog's Barbecue Rub. Stand by.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio.
Hey, smell my pits. Yeah, come on, smell my pits. You know why they smell so good? Because I use D-Dog's barbecue rubs in my barbecue pits. D-Dog's award-winning championship rubs are available online at ddogsbbq.com. Try the original, the apple, or the maple. But there's more. D-Dog's now has sauces. D-Dog's Barbecue is now proud to offer cranberry chipotle sauce, D-Dog's chicken wing sauce, and steak sauce too. And you can get them online at ddogsbbq.com. Keep checking back because D-Dogs is always bringing in new products with new sauces and new rubs coming soon. D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, championship award-winning. Shop online at ddogsbbq.com. That's ddogsbbq.com.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperatures, so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor-controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com. Or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Hello, everybody. This is Gary Vaynerchuk, host of Wine Library TV, a.k.a. WLTV, and this is BBQ Central.
The phone lines are open on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue Central Show.
Call 216-220-0966 to get on the air. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back. It's the Barbecue Central Show on BBS Talk Radio. Don't forget, coming up next segment, Know Your Cue. For your chance to win a free pack of D-Dog's Barbecue Rub, you have to be listening live, and you have to call in at the right time to answer the trivia question in order to win the free pack. So graciously donated by Darren Hearn over at D-Dog's Barbecue Rub, and you can find out more about them at ddogsbbq.com. D-Dog's Barbecue Rub is better than ketchup. Before we hit up Harry DeHorse here, we're going to go to the phone lines and pick up area code 330, Barbecue Central Radio, name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Dakota from Aurora, Ohio.
Dakota, what can I do for you tonight?
Well, I have a question for the one-man army, and I think you're the right guy to give me some guidance. I'm having some important colleagues from work over on Saturday, and I was going to try to impress them with my grill savvy. I'm trying to figure out what the best type of hot dog is to serve them, and I was looking for some guidance.
I'm always a big fan of the all-beef wiener.
Any particular brand?
I like Hebrew National all-beef wieners.
Now, do you like to toast your buns, or do you just go naked with the buns?
I think that's a game time decision. You need to ask each guest individually if they like to have their bun toasted for their wiener, and if they want it toasted, it's something you can quickly do on the grill.
Okay, most importantly, stadium mustard or ballpark mustard?
I'm a big fan of just regular stadium mustard, but being a Clevelandite, stuff I grew up on. It's not for everybody, though. They're going to look at it and go, weird brown mustard.
Any other recommendations for how I should handle these wieners before I cook them? like I said, there's a lot of pressure here, and I'm trying to put on a good impression for some important work colleagues.
I think whenever you're handling raw food, especially wieners, you want to wear vinyl gloves, rubber gloves, if you will. And that way you don't get any cross-contamination on anything else you might be cooking. And also, it's easily cleaned up. You just take them off your hands and you're ready to move to the next task. I think that's all you need to do. Hot dogs are pretty basic, and as long as you don't burn them indirectly, you can do them indirect to avoid that. Roast them up nice, and they're really quite a unique and simple delicacy.
Greg, I really appreciate that. Hey, would you mind if I shared some pictures of my wieners with you offline?
Thanks for that. Damn. All right, well, we move on from that. Don't forget, coming up, D-Dog's Barbecue Rub in the next segment when we look at... Looky here. Just as I thought. My man, Harry DeHorse, calling in. Harry, welcome to the Barbecue Central show. Missed you last week. Where are you, buddy?
Hey, Greg, how you doing? It's good to be back on the show. Last week we were traveling out west and we didn't get a chance to call, and I'm very sorry. But yes, if I could have just a Diet Coke. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to call in, Greg.
Well, that's all right. I was worried. Didn't know if you were potentially on the run from something.
No. Hey, Greg, I was listening to the show on the how you call that, the reverse podcast, whatever it is. I got to give you a little correction. It's not Harry DeHorse. You put there and you put on the thing. You put Harry D.A. DeHorse. It's not Harry DeHorse. It's Harry T-H-E. Harry DeHorse.
Oh, Harry DeHorse.
Yeah. So
sorry
Harry
about that. All right. Well, let's get right into it. This past Saturday, the last leg of the Triple Crown was run. Everybody had high anticipation that Big Brown would go ahead and complete the drought of 30 years and win the Triple Crown. Of course, that did not come true. I think first and foremost, we need to point out the fact that I've been preaching for weeks that if you come on the Barbecue Central show and you do good things for me, karma comes back and helps you out. This is a perfect case where negative karma comes back to bite a guy in the ass. I personally asked Kent DeSormo, said hi to him in Saratoga. He completely gave me a stone job. And then, wouldn't you know it, karma coming back to bite him in the ass and taking away not one, but his second bid for Triple Crown. So let that be a lesson to all of you Barbecue Centralites. If I ask you to come on the show, if I'm asking you for something, you better do it, because karma is bad, and it works both ways. It can be good, it can be bad, but we move on from there. What's your reaction to the race?
Well, I'm not sure about that, Greg, the race. I'll talk about that in a minute, but, just based on your previous diatribe there, I would have to say I haven't heard anything as pathetic since I heard Hillary throw in the towel. But, here's the thing. This race, it was a mystery to all of us. We stood, of course, me and the boys, we were at Belmont. We saw it, and, it's inexplicable. The horse, the Tara that won the race, Big Brown beat that nag in Florida 39 lengths. When you look at all the things that could have happened that day, one of us, I don't remember whether it was Louis the Leg or Tommy the Fish, said, if you look at the whole thing in perspective, it was probably this. The whole course of events caught up to the nag. 5 weeks, 3 big races, the cracked hoof, missing the workouts for 3 workouts during the time, all the publicity. It just was one of those things that caught up. And I said, as 2-3 weeks ago when I was on your show, I don't remember right now, but I would tell you that I was, kind of afraid that this might be too much for the horse. It might be too much for any horse now, but you could almost see it in the cards, although we were so optimistic that this would be our horse.
So it kind of begs the question, how hard is it to win the Triple Crown? Here you have 3-year-old horses. Big Brown didn't run, this was like his 6th race he ever ran in his life.
Right.
And then you're running 3 races in 5 weeks, each of varying lengths, the last one being the longest of the 3. Can this actually really happen in today's setting with today's requirements and demands? Even with his, we can dismiss the 3 days off for Big Brown, but just in a general sense, had he not been hurt, do you think that a Triple Crown winner will be seen again? It's been 30 years.
If you look at the last 30 years and, everything that's transpired, all the pretenders, Greg, you could say it's impossible. It's never going to happen again. A lot of people thought that between Secretariat, and Citation went many, many years. And, all of a sudden you get Super Horse and then you get 2 horses after that. I would have to tell you, as I look at the situation, the way they run the horses today, the horses, the way they're bred, we've talked about the steroids, the use of the medication, the training. I would say we'd be very optimistic to think that there will ever be another Triple Crown winner. And, this is Harry the Horse. I'm always, the day the Derby is run and they have a Derby winner, I start rooting for the Triple Crown again. It's like, it's like every year, you look forward to Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, you got the son of a bitch. But I'll tell you what, you're always looking for the Triple Crown winner, but I tell you, it's tough, Greg. It's very tough.
Now, new allegations are surfacing as we speak today. The biggest one that I heard was DeSormo was on the take and that he pulled the nag up around the far turn in order to get something in return. Have you heard anything about that? Can you substantiate anything? Or and I also know that the trainer said that the loss was on DeSormo as well.
Well, first of all, let me address he would get something in return. If he did that, what he would get in return is arrested. Number 2, Dirtthrow is looking to place blame anywhere he can to get it away from himself. I think his ownership, the Everones, the AIs, they're being very, very gracious here. And please note, and keep your eye on the media over the next several weeks. DeSormo, I know you hate his guts, but, he's taking the high road. He's being a professional. And, I just think that this thing is going to, eventually, this is going to, now the question is, this is the question you should be asking me, Greg, where do we go from here?
Wait. My next question is this. Now that we know that Big Brown doesn't have any injuries, and the fact that, everybody was waiting in anticipation to see if he was going to be okay, now he is. This is setting up an absolutely huge meet at the Spa in August for the Travers Stakes.
But, we're all ready. We're all ready to get on the bus and go up there and just wait outside the track and for the meeting to start. Obviously, this is a good possibility. But, Greg, let's remember, this horse loses one more race, or possibly 2. I'm talking about the Travers and the Breeders' Cup. His stud value goes down like an anchor. So there's a lot to be developed here over the next short while. I think that it would be nice if we could see the Big Brown go and the Travers, if we could see the Big Brown maybe go on to the big match race that they were going to have in Massachusetts between the Big Brown and Curlin. All of this stuff is possibly in the future. But to tell you the truth, this horse's value lies in his nuts, and that's where they're going to go. I think at the end of the day, they're probably going to pull him out and they're going to send him to the breeding shed. That's Harry the Horse. I don't know.
Harry the Horse says the horse's value lies in his nuts. Harry, as always, I appreciate your insight. And maybe when the Spa kicks back up again in August, we'll have you on to break down the month of August for us.
I'd love to talk to you, Greg. Thanks for having me on.
Take care. Harry the Horse, breaking down Triple Crown. That's right, I got that soundbite from here on out. That horse's value lies in his nuts. Know your cue when we come back. Stand by.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Hey, smell my pits. Yeah, come on, smell my pits. You know why they smell so good? Because I use D-Dog's barbecue rubs in my barbecue pits. D-Dog's award-winning championship rubs are available online at ddogsbbq.com. Try the original, the apple, or the maple. But there's more. D-Dog's now has sauces. D-Dog's Barbecue is now proud to offer cranberry chipotle sauce, D-Dog's chicken wing sauce, and steak sauce too. And you can get them online at ddogsbbq.com. Keep checking back because D-Dogs is always bringing in new products with new sauces and new rubs coming soon. D-Dogs Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, championship award-winning. Shop online at ddogsbbq.com. That's ddogsbbq.com. The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose, like ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
This is Jennifer Palamas from Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is Barbecue Central.
The phone lines are open on the Barbecue Central Show.
Barbecue Central Show.
Call 216-220-0966 to get on the air. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back. The website, thebbqcentral.com. This is the Barbecue Central Show on LA Talk Radio. Thanks to Harry DeHorse. Hitting big yet again. Quick hit email from Chris. Big Brown took a big brown. Thank you for that, Chris. We go to the phones. Barbecue Central Radio. Name and where you're calling from.
This is Ron from Louisiana.
Hey, Ron. How's it going?
It's good, Greg. It's good. I love your show.
Thank you. What can I do for you?
Look, I'm still cracking up about the horse thing, but I need some of that voodoo. I got a contest coming up. It's the last chance for the jack.
You need the karma.
I need the karma.
Guess what? By calling in and asking for it, it is given.
Thank you, sir.
That's all you have to do. If you ask for the karma, good things happen. And as we all know, it never doesn't happen, good or bad. It always happens the way it should. Ask Kent DeSormo. Ask Ray Lampe. And next week, we'll ask you how it worked out.
It's going to be July.
Oh.
July 10th and 11th. I'm ready now. I'm ready.
You have double karma because July 10th is my birthday, so you're all good there.
Oh, heck yeah.
You're good to go. You might as well mark up your spot in Lynchburg.
I'm writing it down right now.
You got the karma, Ron.
Sir. All right, thanks.
No problem. Ron Hill calling in. Looking for the karma, getting the karma. Remember, folks, karma doesn't ever not happen. And when Danielle from DVQ competes in her next contest and seizes her third grand championship in a row, karma. But I digress. Harry DeHorse with a number of key sayings that I'm going to actually go back and pull out for sound drops. I think we all know what the favorite one of the night is going to be. So tonight we're going to be playing Know Your Cue, but first I have a couple minutes here. I do want to thank, and I don't know if he's listening tonight, but I want to thank a guy on my barbecue forum whose name on the forum is Closet Barbecuer. He lives in a town south of me, and he graciously donated a close 20 by 42 inch offset. This is an offset smoker for those of you that don't know what the name close means, but those that are near and dear to barbecue understand the name and what it's synonymous with. And he donated that to my house, and I certainly appreciate it. Closet, that was I can't possibly explain how grateful I am, and certainly will be put to good use, and it does have a good home. And if you ever want to see, just ask, and you can come and see it again. Want to revisit the vending thought that I had as far as you're at a competition, you have food left over, and you would be able to vend to the foot traffic people that are there to kind of get some money back in your pocket to pay for some gas or whatever. Fielded a number of emails from people telling me that they run competitions and here's why you can't do that, and this competition has these sanctions and these competitions have these sanctions, and these festivals you can't do that because of this or that and the other thing. And look, my point is this. I understand that, and again, maybe this is just an idea that could be talked about and nothing is really ever going to come of it. I wasn't telling anybody or suggesting to anybody that they would want to make more food than they would normally in a competition, but the one that I attended last year, I saw a hell of a lot of food get packed up in bags and either thrown out or taken back home with the competitors. So even if you could vend, something and get 30 or 40 or $50 back, it could pay for your, well, probably not now, but last year it could pay for your fuel to get back home. It could pay for half of a night in a hotel, whatever the case. I was just throwing ideas out there. Certainly wasn't trying to mandate anything or push something onto people that, just isn't going to be feasible for competition purposes, whether it's health code, regulation, sanction-wise, or the like. So just throwing thoughts out there to keep people potentially compensated if you don't win. And if you don't win, then you're not winning any money. If you don't get a category call, you're not getting a check. If you don't win a reserve or a grand champion, you're not getting a check. And believe me, I understand that if you love it and you do it because you like to do it, but it is a great expense. And I was just ballparking ideas on how you could potentially recoup some of the investment. That's all. Quick email from Chris again. Did you have a broad from America's Hat on the air earlier? America's Hat, Chris? Come on. It's America Junior. Nevertheless. All right, let's play Know Your Cue for your chance to win a 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub. This is where I ask a trivia question, and then you call in. First one in to answer the question correctly wins the 3-pack of rub. And the question is this. Name the city and province Diva Q Danielle Demovsky lives in. I mentioned it 2 or 3 times. Also, I'm trying to think of another question. Okay. Name the province. City and province. I'm not sure exactly how it works up there. Don't mention the Canada part because we know she's from Canada, but there's a city and a province that she's in, and I did mention that 2 or 3 times. 216-220-0966 is the number to call in, and if you answer correctly, you win a 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub, and that's at DDOGSBBQ.com. Remember, folks, if you miss a Barbecue Central show live, You can always circle back to the archives page here on LA Talk Radio. Click on the Barbecue Central radio badge, and that'll take you to our homepage or bio page, and there are all of the particular shows that we've done here on LA Talk Radio for you to go ahead and download. Also, the Barbecue Central show on LA Talk Radio is on iTunes as well. So if you are an iTunes fan or you use iTunes to get your podcast on your desktop, you can certainly use that to go ahead and download all the shows if you miss them. That number again is 216-220-0966. Also, all right, we'll quickly race to the phones. Barbecue Central Radio, name and where you're calling from. Circle back to the archives page.
Chris from Cleveland.
Caller, turn down your radio.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're
First-time caller.
Getting a little feedback. First-time caller?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Do you want to try and play the game tonight?
I just had a quick question.
You just have a quick question. All right, go ahead.
The lady that you had on earlier, is she a U.S. Canadian?
Thank you for that. Jesus Christ. What's happening to my show? I think not. Thanks for nothing, Chris. We're still looking for a caller. Here is potentially an easier question to win. Name the horse that was anticipated to win the Triple Crown this year. We've just made a funny joke about it coming back out of the break. This should be very easy to win a 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub. If you can answer where Danielle's the city and province she's from in Canada, I'll throw in an extra prize. That's 216-220-0966 for your chance to win. Coming up on next week's show. All right. Let's go ahead and try this again. Barbecue Central Radio. Name and where you're calling from.
Bruce B. from Utica, Michigan.
Bruce B. from Utica, Michigan. Do you want to play the show? Or
sure.
Do you want to play the game?
Yes.
All right, stand by. And now it's time for the game show sweeping the nation. Know Your Cue with your host, me, Greg Rempe. And now, here's me, Greg Rempe. All right, Bruce B. from Utica, Michigan. Welcome to Know Your Cue, the game show where you can win a 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub if you can answer one of these two questions. The city and province that Diva Q lives in, or the name of the horse that was anticipated to win the Triple Crown in the Belmont race just this past Saturday. Which one would you like to answer?
Diva Q.
You would like to answer the Diva Q question for your chance to win an additional prize, because this is probably a very hard question. Bruce, your answer, please.
Diva is from Barrie, Ontario.
Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Judges, Barrie, Ontario, yes or no? Oh, that's right. I almost gave you the wrong sound effect there, buddy. Bruce, you win a 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub, so what you need to do is email me with your contact information, and I will forward that on to Darren, and in turn, you will be receiving a free 3-pack of D-Dog's barbecue rub, and of course, we all know that D-Dog's is better than what? Ketchup.
Ketchup.
D-Dog's is better than ketchup.
Yeah.
Bruce,
which email address?
Say what?
Email address.
You know my email address.
Is it barbecuecentral@gmail.com?
Go to the homepage and click on the email button, and then that's how we'll do.
All right.
Congratulations, Bruce. You're a winner.
Thanks, sir.
Take care. Bruce from Utica, Michigan, winning. People lighting up the phone lines. We have, let's see, one call left. Okay, we can. Let's do something we've never done. With our minute left, we will call back. We'll call back on this. Here we go.
Hello?
Barbecue Central show. Name and where you're calling from.
This is Dan from Mitchell.
Dan, turn your radio down. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dan?
Yes, I'm here.
What do you want?
I'm here. I'm just calling to enter the contest.
We just got a winner.
We don't have a winner. You didn't do that thing with the horse.
What horse?
You said you had two things. You had the thing with the girl from Canada who was wearing the hat. That Chris sounds really good, by the way. And what about the horse? I want to get the horse question. I want the rub.
Well, we've already given away the rub because he answered the question where Danielle lives, city and province. I only have one 3-pack to give away, Dan. You're a day late and $1 short, buddy.
Oh, okay. But what about the wieners?
What about the wieners, Dan? What about the wieners? Quickly losing control of the show tonight. This might be a good place to call it quits for the evening. Thanks to my guests, Danielle Domofsky from Diva Q's competition barbecue team. And, of course, my man, Harry the Horse, for joining me tonight and breaking down the Belmont Stakes and the Triple Crown and all of his insight. Thanks to the emailers, thanks to the callers, and thanks to the Barbecue Central crew. My man Sam running the sound in southern Los Angeles. Don't forget to stay tuned for Broad Topics coming up after me at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with your hosts Laura Joan, Kelly, and Jillian. Hey, and don't forget to check out and don't forget to check out LA Talk Radio. There's definitely something here for everybody. Check out all of the things that we have to offer here. And don't forget, we'll see you back here next Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the Barbecue Central Show. This is your program host, Greg Rempe. Good night now.
Barbecue has never been easier with the Barbecue Guru. The Barbecue Guru is a temperature control and monitor for all pits, charcoal, wood, electric, your pit. It easily attaches to any smoker or pit and gives you simple, trouble-free control of your temperatures so you can make championship quality barbecue every time and all the time. And it's location-free. Take it anywhere. This amazing breakthrough in barbecue technology is a microprocessor-controlled draft system that uses temperature monitors and a small fan to keep your temperatures constant. The stainless steel Guru Pit Minder gives you a choice of controls from 90 to 370 degrees. So cold smoking, pepper drying, making cheese or jerky, or fabulous briskets and ribs is nothing short of effortless. The Procom 4 lets you monitor your pit from up to 600 feet away. And there's more. Check out the full line of products and accessories for the future of barbecue with new items on the way. Visit thebarbecueguru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
The Big Green Egg is the most unique barbecue and grilling product on the market, with its unmatched capabilities and flexibility that surpass all other conventional cookers combined. It's a smoker, a grill, and an oven. You can literally cook any food on it year-round, from appetizers to entrees to desserts. The Big Green Egg lights fast, and it's ready to cook on within 10 minutes, and no need for that yucky lighter fluid. The ceramic walls retain heat with an accurate temperature control, so there are no hot spots. And since the top is down while you're cooking, there are no grease flare-ups. Its handsome, unique, and decorative design produces the juiciest and most succulent food you'll ever taste. And don't forget about the world-class customer service and the lifetime warranty that goes along with every unit. You can find out more about the Big Green Egg by visiting their website at biggreenegg.com. That's biggreenegg.com. The Big Green Egg, the most versatile and unique barbecue and grilling product on the market.
Hey, smell my pits. Yeah, come on, smell my pits. You know why they smell so good? Because I use D-Dog's barbecue rubs in my barbecue pits. D-Dog's award-winning championship rubs are available online at ddogsbbq.com. Try the original, the apple, or the maple. But there's more. D-Dog's now has sauces. D-Dog's Barbecue is now proud to offer cranberry chipotle sauce, D-Dog's chicken wing sauce, and steak sauce too. And you can get them online at ddogsbbq.com. Keep checking back because D-Dogs is always bringing in new products with new sauces and new rubs coming soon. D-Dogs Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, championship award-winning. Shop online at ddogsbbq.com. That's ddogsbbq.com.